Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting video. So in today's video we'll be discussing about engine backfires. Why do they occur? What are engine backfires? And I'll give you some examples on what has happened in the past, what they led to, and how the pilots of these aircraft saved tons of lives. So we're gonna start with showing the aircraft which is performing for today's video. You haven't seen this in a while, right? Yeah, so this is the A380 who's going to be performing for us today. And I pulled him just out of storage 3 days ago. I put the 747 400ER to storage, grounded him after doing the video with the aircraft. The pitot probes was the one, and this aircraft is, I pulled it out of storage, did some maintenance, and is working for my channel until I ground it and put it with another aircraft. So now I'm gonna talk about my aircrafts a little bit. So you may wonder, like the 747 400ER, the A380, these aircrafts I'm showing, but that will not be for long because I do videos with the smaller planes because they're easy to maintain and easy to store in one place. Like, take it out for a video, do some maintenance and just do it. By the way, my pilot suit is back from maintenance and it's black as new, and applied some perfume on, smells great. I'm sniffing it even now. Okay, so now these aircrafts are in long-term storage. This aircrafts I put to storage about 4 months ago. There are aircraft which I haven't took out of service, like the Concorde 747-200, 787-9 Dreamliner, 747 SP, and who could forget the 747-8? That aircraft is literally the longest the aircraft which I've grounded than any others. Like, that aircraft is very hard to maintain, even though the holding and performing it in the channel is the second big deal. The first thing is just maintenance. If you have a fleet of like 13 or 14 aircrafts and you don't maintain them and they look dusty, it's useless. I think of that. So now the smaller planes, as I told you, they're easy to carry and maintain, but at 747-8 is out of the question because it's literally this big, and if I have to bring it here from my new home to this current one, it will take time, work, and of course it will get damaged. So my car's cargo hold won't fit the aircraft like this because it's too big and the clearance is just half a centimeter, and when you close the door, that half a centimeter is gone and it gets pushed. I've tried it with the measuring tape. I've done the wingspan and the tape gets pushed back, so that won't work. And I've tried the wingspan like this with the measuring tape, and when you close it, that also won't work. So this will be the future of that 747-8 until I go to my new home. Hopefully where I can take it out, do a video and just put it back there. It's easy rather than carrying it. So now let's get back to our engine backfire. So take a pen and paper, note this down. Engine backfire is a situation where an aircraft engine is not burning enough air to produce the thrust necessary to propel it to the sky, and the engine fires in the back direction, which means the fires will be occurring here. Okay, I'll show it with the number 1 engine. It will be shooting fire from the back of this. Okay, so now we are going to talk about what causes this. Like, if you fly into volcanic ash, ice, or any other things, it only the thing which does not allow the free airflow to the engine. Like, suppose if you fly into a flock of birds which get sucked into the engine, damaging its internal components, and it leads to a backfire. If you fly into ice, the ice gets ingested into the engine, does not cause it to burn a fuel, and the speed which is at flying at damages the inside, and that causes the backfire. So there are a lot of these situations which make these backfires occur, and I'm gonna give you some examples on these backfires, the pilots, and what happened to the passengers and the aircraft. Like, let's take our first example, the oldest one in 1989. British Airways Flight 9 flew into volcanic ash clouds of the Mount Galunggung volcano in Indonesia, and ash cloud particles got ingested into the engine, leading to all four engines backfiring, and they stopped. But when the pilots later restarted the engines, that silicates which melted into glass because of the heat, as you know, heat turns sand into glass at 1200 degrees Celsius, and the jet engine will be working at 1500 to 1700 degrees Celsius. So those glass silicates gets out of the engine, and the engine gets restarted, and the aircraft made a safe emergency landing. In this case, the pilots did a absolutely fantastic job, and the passengers were all saved. But the aircraft was not like that. But because of that ash cloud, the one of the aircraft's engine had to get replaced. All the paint was gone, and all the windows were sandblasted, which means they were rubbed against that particles. So now let's come to another incident which happened in the 1990s. Scandinavian Airlines Flight 751 incident. It took place with an MD-83 while it was flying from Stockholm to its other destinations, and the ice which was on top of the wing, the clear ice, flew into the engines, causing them to backfire, and the ice damaged the engines, and later leading them to a surge which made an engine failure which could not be restored, and the aircraft crash landed successfully, and not a single person was hurt. It was because of the pilot skills they were alive. And that comes to our third and final incident, the US Airways 1549. A flock of Canada geese flew into the aircraft's engines, the A320's two engines, and both of them backfired violently for 4 seconds, and the geese damaged the rotating parts like the fan blade, the gear shaft, etc., damaging them and leading them to a twist which could not be repaired, and the aircraft's engine backfired violently, and then it could not be restored, just like the Scandinavian Airlines 751. The aircraft ditched in the ocean, and not a single person perished in this incident, and it was thanks to the pilot skills. So now we've talked about these incidents, so now let's go ahead and talk what is up for my 90th video. Well, for my 90th video, I have great things planned. One is a storytelling and other is a battle. Both will be in one video only. The first will be storytelling. There will be two stories. One is a hidden and one will be revealing right now. The revealed story is about a glider who dreams about touring the whole world. Well, that story I wrote it myself and I just love it. And the second story is a secret. So now after that the battle will be between two aircrafts, and of course the reveal is gonna be later. I am not telling which aircraft will be doing the battle, so I hope you enjoyed. Stay on your curiosity side and wait till the video is uploaded. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Bye bye, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you.